So, am I supposed to be stuck at a black screen or what? uh, could somebody help me out? Is this supposed to happen? Oh, okay. I just had to hit X. I don't know why. Okay, so do I save in like a separate file now? Is this like a New Game Plus or is it like a End Game? Game cleared. Okay, so is it going to New Game Plus me now? Or is it going to set me back in time? That's always the question. Whenever I finish an RPG, it's like, is it New Game Plus or is it set back in time? Or is it nothing at all? This is something, I just don't know what. It might give me the option. Oh, nope, it's just gonna restart. I guess this is like New Game Plus. I hear you, John. Calm down. It's okay. I had to explain the ending of the game, okay? Just calm down. I will be doing missions. I don't know how many, but... Can I skip the movies? I wanted to... Alright, I guess we're gonna watch the opening cutscene. I wanted to, like, skip it. So I could just see, like, what New Game Plus looks like, but I guess we're just gonna watch the whole intro again. So what else can I say about the ending? I don't know. It was fantastic. I really liked it. Really, really great. Really, really cool. I mean, I don't want to... I guess I can talk about the game in total now. I was going to wait till I did, like, the post-game content, but... Well, I'll wait. I'll wait to the end. Because we'll probably be done today, regardless. I mean, I don't know. Will we be? I don't know how much post-game content there is. My name is Zach. First Cloud Soldier. First Cloud Soldier? First Class Soldier.
The train has been overrun by Wu-Tai troops. Eliminate them and regain control of the train.
Oh yeah! Get serious! Zach!
See you, Bob Squeak. Hey, that's my sword.
Zach, focus. There are no Shinra troops on this train. Understood?
Angel seems so much different now.
Hello to you too! Come and get it!
He's got his gross little sword. Yeah, man, what else,
Soldier second class, Zach, on the job!
What else to say about the ending? It was nutty for sure. For a game that's actually kind of silly, serious at times, silly at others, that was like one of the best endings I've ever seen to a game. Both the gameplay and the video together, like the way they told it, was just really goddamn good. The boss was okay. I wasn't super excited about the final boss. I did like the one-on-one battle with Genesis at the end, but it was pretty simple. I know I'm overpowered, but still, it felt a little easy. Maybe not. I mean, he did pretty good damage to me, even though I was overpowered, so... I guess it probably would have been a lot harder if I were not as overpowered. So, yeah. I think it was a good... I don't know. Something about it.
Zach speaking.
Like, the first fight was just, like, regular enemies and a giant sword.
What's going on here?
I feel like there could have been more
Why
going
are we
on with
fighting
the
Shinra
first
troops?
fight.
They're Wu-Tai troops. in
But
disguise.
overall, it wasn't that bad.
Now, head to the open area above.
Towards Sector 8.
Yes, but first you have to clear.
The final dungeon could have been a little better, too.
You'll see what I mean. Be careful.
You know, just thinking about some other final dungeons and other Final Fantasy games, you know, a lot of times they have
loose, right?
a bunch of mini bosses or bosses leading up to the final boss.
It's showtime.
This game didn't really have anything like that. It was mostly just regular enemies, and then there was the guy that jumped out of the door at the end, but he was easy.
Activating combat mode.
Okay, so do I have like my material? Oh yeah. Or no, I have different stuff. What the heck? This is weird. Why do I have this stuff?
Modulating phase.
It doesn't even seem like they're scaled to my level. Or maybe it's just because it's the first mission and they want it to be easy on purpose.
Here we go! Go, go, go!
Oh, do you always get this stuff?
Conflict resolved.
I didn't remember it being Fire-Aga and Blizzaga and Thundaga. I remember it being like regular Fire, Blizzard, and Thunder.
Not too bad.
Piece of cake. I'll make first in no time.
Go up the stairs at the end of the platform.
You got it.
You know what's interesting? I wonder how Cloud remembered his name. Because everything else he gets from Zack, but for whatever reason, he knows his name is Cloud. I almost wish during that final conversation that Zack and Cloud have, I almost wish Zack would have said something like, "Your name is Cloud," or something, or like just like, you know, "You are Cloud and you will be my living legacy," or something like that. That way, like, he remembers, like, okay, I'm Cloud, but maybe he did say that and I missed it.
Activating combat mode.
He might have said that, now that I think about it. But yeah, yeah, it's interesting that, like, he knows he's Cloud, but then everything else he gets from Zack. He thinks he's a first class and everything. But he knows his name's Cloud. He never calls himself Zack. In fact, he completely forgets
Showing
the
your
name
back to the
Zack.
enemy.
That's another kind of weird thing.
Overconfidence will destroy
He completely forgets the name Zack until the very end. In fact, they go to see Zack's parents,
What is this?
and they say Zack, and it doesn't even, like, ring a bell.
Damn it. You're not the only hero.
It's over.
So yeah, it's interesting. He remembers he's Cloud, he remembers he's from Nibelheim, he remembers the Nibelheim
Impossible.
incident, except he thinks that he was Zack during the incident and not him, but he still remembers all the things he saw. He remembers Tifa, he remembers Sephiroth, but when it comes to, like, Soldier and where he was at the time, he thinks he's Zack. So pretty weird. He just gives him this stare like, yeah, you blew it.
Thanks, Anju.
Well, not only his last memories, but the whole Nibelheim
Training's
incident
over.
Why?
is screwed up in his head. I mean, I guess that makes sense, though. That is kind of his last memories before he gets Mako
You
poisoned.
serious?
God dang
I was just
VR.
getting warmed up.
That face when your sword gets broken in VR. Feels bad.
Zach. Embrace your dreams.
It's true. Angiel didn't have the goggles, so he's probably just standing there watching Zack like jump around in an empty room.
If you want to be a hero, you need to have dreams. And honor.
I just want to get to the menu. Can I just get to the menu? I just want to get to the menu. Get me to a save point. That works. Well, not really, because I still can't get to the menu. No menu for me. Do I want to know how to get the curse ring? Sure. I mean, I probably won't do it, because I'm going to quit this as soon as I can, but... patched out. They patched out the menu. I really wish you could skip cutscenes in this game, because there are a ton of them.
You seem a little on edge.
And
Can you blame me?
playing New Game
All this
Plus on hard,
training
you would want to be able to skip the
and no
cutscenes.
Assignments?
Any
there.
game that has
Hang
New
me
Game
out to
Plus,
dry.
you should be able to skip
You
cutscenes.
must be pretty busy.
Because they expect you to play it
With everyone off
twice.
base.
Off base? Wait, haven't you heard? There's been a mass desertion at Soldier.
Stop your squats. At least the text goes fast. There should be a cloud mode. There should be a cloud mode, but it should be first person, so you have to look out of that stupid helmet the whole time. And see like 3 of everything, because they look like freaking bugs.
Zach, it's good to finally meet face to face.
I gotta
What's
admit,
up?
I don't really
You're a
understand
soldier.
Lazard. I don't understand the purpose of his character. He kind of does nothing the whole game, and then he turns into Angeal,
On
and
to
then he
business.
dies, and that's it. I don't really get what his purpose was. He basically just sends you emails that are false the
Soldier
whole
first
game, and
class
that's it.
Genesis. A month ago, he went missing during a mission in Wutai. Know anything about this?
Not a clue.
No, Cloud Soldier outfit is a first class outfit, because that's what Zack puts on him in the mansion.
The mission is currently stuck in limbo. That's why we've decided to send you.
To Wutai?
Yes. This war has gone on long enough.
I've recommended you for first.
Oh, it's his old one?
Oh, I love you, man!
Then I guess it's second class.
Don't make me regret this.
Why is it in the
Zach.
mansion,
Sir.
though?
Once you're packed, you'll leave at once.
Okay, finally, get a menu. Or not. Never mind. There we go. Alright, so. Looks like I kept everything except my materia slots. Everything else I have. I have all my materia. items and stuff, yada yada. What about the DMW? Okay, that's reset. Although I still have 100% on Tonberry, even though I don't have him anymore. My shops are gone. And I'm still level 40 with all my stats. So yeah, New Game Plus is like straight up New Game Plus. What's up, Maria? So yeah, pretty interesting. I'm wondering though if they scale the enemies or if you're literally just playing the game again. Maybe someone can answer for me. Hey guys, do you think I should do the missions? What missions? I don't see any missions. Alright. So that's New Game Plus. It is very cool that they put in a New Game Plus. I'm all for New Game Pluses. I hope that the enemies are scaled so that it's not like just completely easy. But I guess there's maybe someone in the chat can let me know if it is or not, but I'm not going to go that far. Let's reset. Is there a way to reset in the game? Probably not. But I can do this. The enemies are scaled, but still easy in the beginning, and a lot of the missions are missable, so it might not be possible now. Well, in New Game Plus it'd be possible. I'd be going through everything again. Here, alright, listen. For real, though. Serious question for everybody in the chat. Does anyone really want to see the missions? Because, like, I'm looking at the chat, and I don't see anyone talking about missions. So I think I'm just going to skip them, to be honest. Like, I think we just don't do the missions. I think I'll just do some of the post-game content. Maybe I'll walk around the final dungeon for a while. Then we'll just move on. I can't find a single person in the chat talking about the missions. I can't. It's not a single person that wants the missions. Such a shame, because I'd love to do them, but it seems like no one wants them. That's really unfortunate. I just feel like, you know, I'm really upset. No one really stepped up and started talking about the missions. I think I just walk around and we just modulate phase for a while. I think that would be fun. Okay, so
Activating combat mode.
activating combat mode. No, I don't want to fight bombs that I kill in one hit. Thanks, but no thanks.
Conflict
Alright.
resolved.
So somebody said something about an alternate boss. Because this is a Let's Play, and I don't feel like walking around like an idiot, and because this game literally activates combat mode every 5 seconds, I'd rather not deal with freaking trying to find it. So if someone wants to tell me where the optional boss is, or even if I can even reach the optional boss, because I missed a lot of the stuff in the game. So I don't know if, like, I can or not. Look up Minerva? Okay. I'll just look it up then, I guess, if everyone wants to be really unhelpful. Minerva is a super boss in Crisis Core. Minerva is at level 100 and has 10 million HP. Okay, well, I guess we're not fighting that. Good lord. That sounds awful. How do I fight her? It doesn't say how to fight her. Wow. That is the most useless frickin'... Appearing in mission 966. Okay, so it's just a mission. Oh, that's nice. So I don't actually have to like walk around anywhere. It's just from doing the missions. Man, if only someone told me to do the missions, I would have known that. Alright, let's do some missions. Okay, I have a question though. Like, real talk. Why can't I use items in my fusion? Because everyone said like, oh, wait to do the fusion until you can use an item with it. And that never happened. Did I miss something? Did I have to talk to somebody? That's a mission? Of course it is. Alright, I guess we're doing some goddamn missions. I did a lot of missions too, and yet I still didn't. Alright, let's do Zack Materia Hunter, because apparently that's a popular one. Guys, I'm doing missions. Whoa! Get some hype in the chat. We're doing missions. We're doing it. You never thought it would be done. It's happening right now. Yeah, so a lot of people said I did a lot of missions and therefore I was overpowered, but I only did 20%.
Activating combat mode.
That doesn't seem like that much. Plus I did a lot of the easy ones that didn't really bank me much. And a lot of the items that I got from the missions I got from the field anyways. I have like more than one of them. So I don't think the missions really made me overpowered. I think that either I'm just God Gamer or the game really isn't that hard on normal.
Activating combat mode.
Which is, I mean, it's normal, so I don't expect it to be that hard. But I'm just saying, I don't think I was that overpowered. I think the game's just kind of easy on normal. That's my opinion. If you disagree with my opinion, then it's fine to be wrong. I understand. Everybody is wrong sometimes. What's up, Patch Shifter? Every time I read your name, Patch Shifter, I swear it says Patch Sniffer. Every goddamn time I'm like, is that Patch Sniffer? No, it's Patch Shifter. God dang it. One of these days I'm going to call you Patch Sniffer and you're going to laugh. And be like, Death, you're an idiot. Okay, glad I'm not the only one at least.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Man, there's just no pleasing you. I do the missions, now you're saying I gotta do the very hard missions. We gotta do these ones first before we do the very hard missions. Come on now. There's a method to the madness here. How's it going, Daramo? Oh, so you were gonna tell me how to get the curse ring early and I missed it. Can you repost it if you said? I think you asked me like, do you want to know how to get the curse ring early? And I said yes, and then I missed it in the chat because everyone was talking about missions. You have to hit your reward pod 20 times. Doesn't the reward pod only go off every time you're done with like a part of the game though, or is it you can just spam it? Oh my god, the 200 Shinra troops. Yeah, I'll pass on that. I'm just gonna do the Materia Hunter ones because they seem fun. Mystery Materia. So you can just keep spamming it at the very beginning and then, you get the curse ring. That's pretty cool. I think one day in the future, if we ever want to come back to Crisis Core, we should do a hard mode curse ring challenge. Beat the whole game with the curse ring on hard mode. That sounds really fun. That could be a really interesting potentially impossible challenge.
Conflict resolved.
What?
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Would anyone be interested in watching me compete in the world sign spinning competition? Dude, that's dope. Are you actually in the world sign spinning competition? Because that sounds really
Activating
cool.
combat mode.
I'm a really big fan of like weird
Conflict
sports.
resolved.
Like, it doesn't even have to be. Oh my
Activating
god,
combat mode.
really? One of these things? What is this? Final
Conflict
Fantasy VIII? Oh, I got Odin. That's cool. Anything that somebody works really hard on and then ends up being like one of the best at, I'm just really interested in that stuff. I love to watch people practice something and then succeed at it. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be like the weirdest, dumbest thing ever. I don't know. I really enjoy it. I like to watch the Ocho, which is a section of ESPN where they just like cover really weird sports. It's so cool to watch people like just like improve their skills at something that isn't like basketball. You know, isn't something that everyone wants to see, but just something that they're passionate about. I just enjoy seeing people that are passionate about things. I think that's like the reason that I like Twitch so much, is that you can just watch people do what they do and enjoy it. It doesn't have to be a competition, you know. It doesn't have to be about making money or have to be about, you know, being the best football player because football's popular. It's just doing what you love to do.
Activating combat mode.
That's the kind of thing that gets my gears moving, you know.
Conflict resolved.
If Donald Duck learned Earth magic, would he be casting Quack? Yes. I've watched a lot of stuff like that. I've watched like the World Scrabble competition, which is really interesting if you ever get the chance to watch that. I've watched there's I forget what it's called. It's this like board game where it's kind of like ice hockey, but you do it with magnets underneath the board. And that is really interesting. The rules are kind of weird, but once you understand the rules, it's really
Conflict
cool.
resolved.
What else? There's so many cool like random sports. This one's a little more popular, but I really like watching like Iron Man competitions or like
Activating combat mode.
you know, World's Strongest Man competitions. Those are always really interesting.
Conflict resolved.
Yeah, it's just something I enjoy. I think that's why, like, I got into speedrunning a lot. Even though, you know, I might not be as far into it as some other people. I just kind of do it casually for fun. There are some games that I really compete in, like Celeste. But for the most part, speedrunning is just a hobby. And I think what I really enjoy about speedrunning is that you can play any game you want.
Activating combat mode.
You know, it doesn't need to be the popular game. It can just be, I really love this game and I want to run it. And so it allows people to just enjoy themselves and enjoy their own passion without having to, you know, do what other people are doing. And you can always make a category for something if there's something that you don't like too. You can't do that with like basketball. If you're going to be a good basketball player, you just got to play basketball. And you got to play by the rules that they set. And you got to be as good as everyone else or else you're not going to get picked, you know. But in speedrunning, it's like, oh, you can, you know, maybe you like this game and you like playing this section of the game and then you can do an IL of that. Or, you know, oh, you like playing Mario but you don't like glitches. Well, you can do a glitches category. Like, there's so many different options and things you can do just to do it your own way. And it's never about being the best. It's about just beating your own time. So you don't need to worry about other people. When it comes to a lot of sports, you gotta focus on being better than other people, and you gotta focus on your team and having a good team and
Conflict
with
resolved.
speedrunning, it's like you can just enjoy it yourself and beat your own time. And one of the best, I didn't really mean to go on like a speedrunning tangent, but one of the best experiences I've had streaming
combat mode.
over the last 2 years, when I first started running Celeste, I had a time of like sub 40.
Conflict resolved.
I was going for sub 40 at the time, which is an awful time because I had just started learning the game. And TGH, the guy that pretty much runs the Celeste community, and is pretty much the best Celeste runner. He's held the world record more than anyone by far. He hosted my stream, and when he hosted my stream, like 100 or so Celeste runners came along with him. And at the time, I was like 600th place out of 700 runners. Probably less than that. Probably like 650th place out of 700 runners. And I fully expected the majority of them not necessarily like make fun of me because TGH was hosting me, and so obviously they wanted to like, you know, be a part of that. They weren't going to just like make fun of me. But at the same time, I didn't expect them to be like supportive or like be impressed with my gameplay because they just came over from the best Celeste runner and I'm like the worst Celeste runner. So I expected them to just kind of watch quietly or leave or just kind of say like good luck or whatever, and that's it. But people were so hype for my garbage Celeste run, and it made me really love the community and just love, like, I don't know, it was just a great moment. Like, I had so many people that were just like, you know, oh, you're gonna get that sub 40, like, oh, okay, you missed that skip, but like you could still get sub 40, and actually cheering for like my time, my garbage time. Not, you know what I mean? Not just giving me tips and being like, well, you could have skipped that, or oh, you could have done that faster or whatever. Like, they were just rooting for me, and that was a really cool experience because I just didn't expect it. I expected my audience to cheer me on because that's what they were there for, but I didn't expect his audience to cheer me on when I was far worse. So it's just really cool to see. It's kind of like if a professional basketball player goes to like a school to teach kids how to play basketball. He's not necessarily going to be like, wow, you kids are bad. He's going to like support them, and that's what happened. So it was neat. That's one of like the coolest moments for me. Just and it made me want to run the game more and get better at it. But yeah, I've always been a fan of like just people doing what they do, and I like watching YouTube videos of people and their like weird hobbies or weird talents. I used to watch America's Got Talent a lot, but then that show became like super Americanized, so I had to stop watching it. Plus a singer won like every year, and it drove me crazy. Like, stop. It's not American Idol. It shouldn't be a singer winning. But I liked that show because it showed off some like weird talents. I'm into that kind of thing.
Activating combat mode.
It's funny when you watch a weird sport that doesn't have a lot of people in it, but they're like cutthroat about it. That's always hilarious. Like, okay, there's 10 fidget spinner experts in the world. But like when those fidget spinners get together for a tournament, it's like cutthroat. It's like serious business. Yeah, I just made that up. I'm sure there's way more than 10 fidget spinner competitions. It's probably hundreds.
Conflict resolved.
It's probably a serious sport. You met the world toe wrestling champion? How do you... Not to call that guy out, but how do you practice that? That seems... You gotta have a lot of guys together who like toes to practice at all. That's one of those things where like you can't even show it off because no one wants to touch your toes. Like, only other toe wrestling competitors want to touch your toes because that no one else... You could tell me that and I'll be like, that's great, don't show me.
Activating combat mode.
What's funny is, as weird as sign spinning sounds, I've actually heard of that. Like before you mentioned it, I've actually heard
Conflict resolved.
of sign spinners. Like I've seen videos of sign spinners. I knew that competitions existed.
Activating combat mode.
I remember a couple weeks ago I watched a yo-yo competition. Those things get pretty dang hype. The best thing about those weird sports is when the competitors and the people that announce the event get like really into it. Because if you watch the yo-yo competition and they're like, okay, so he's going for a walk the dog now, and he nailed it. It's like so boring because you don't know what's going on and you don't know the sport. But when they like get into it, it's awesome. Like
Activating combat
one thing I remember,
Bring it on.
my buddy and I, we watched the Tekken 7 tournament during what's the big fighting competition? Evo. We were watching Evo, and we were watching it for Smash, the Smash tournament. And after the Smash tournament was the Tekken 7 tournament. And we had both just bought Tekken 7, and we didn't know anything about the professional scene. So we were like, okay, we'll give this a shot, let's watch it. And it blew our minds. Like, we had no idea what to expect from it, but the announcers were so good that we instantly got into it, and we watched the entire thing, and we still go back and watch it all the time now because the announcers made it so exciting.
conflict resolved.
I honestly believe that announcers are like 90% of a competition. Like, football would be boring if you didn't have the announcers like there, even though the announcers of professional sports aren't nearly as good, but they at least they understand what the audience wants to hear, and they explain the plays and they explain the players and all that, and that's what makes you interested. It's not necessarily the sport, it's like the players playing the sport and the strategy and them winning or losing and the announcers yelling when they get a touchdown. Like, that's what makes it exciting. It's not necessarily just staring at the players tackling each other. And it goes for every sport. And, you know, that Tekken tournament, we would have been like completely lost and not really knowing what was going on, and it wouldn't have been that exciting. But the announcers are going crazy every time some crazy, you know, block happened. They're going crazy. They're explaining everything and making it awesome. And they explain the background of the players, which is really important, because if you don't know the background, then there's no reason for you to care who wins. But when a match starts and they're like, all right, listen, so this guy, he's from Taiwan. He's beaten everybody. He's undefeated. 30-0. He's never lost. This guy, he's the underdog. He's from the United States. He's only won one tournament, and he hasn't won a tournament in years, and he's back now, and he's playing this character that no one else plays, and it would just be crazy if he won. Then you get into it. Then you're like, oh man, what if he wins? And then he takes one of the sets, and you're like, oh my god, this could be it, and you start getting hyped for it. So it's all about the announcers. It's all about them setting the stage. I think in another life, I was an announcer for like gaming tournaments or something. Maybe one day I could do it, because one of the announcers there was a Twitch streamer. He's a Twitch streamer that streams a lot of fighting games, and they invited him to be an announcer. And I would love to do that. That would be so cool. That'd be such an interesting thing to do. I don't know if I'd be any good at it, but I would love to do it. My chat freeze? My chat looks like it froze. I don't see anyone talking. Hope my chat didn't freeze during that giant, like, rant about pro gaming. There's Doodle Bunny. Oh, I hope Twitch didn't, like, break its
Activating combat
chat
mode.
again. If it did, oh well.
Conflict resolved.
You fell asleep. Sorry.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
No, Twitch might have done its its chat thing again, where everyone lost chat for a minute. Either that or everyone was just listening to my rant.
Conflict resolved.
Check out arrow sign spinners on YouTube. I will. That sounds interesting.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
Okay. You need anyone to commentate while you do missions? I have a recommendation. Let's get somebody in here to chat this awesome gameplay, which is like nothing because I'm just going around slashing everything in one hit.
Conflict resolved.
Yeah, a lot of people listen from work. It's not that I wanted the chat to move, it's just that it was moving, and then as soon as I went on that rant, it stopped, and I was like, wait, is everyone listening, or did my chat die? Because my chat's died the last couple days for like a minute or two, because Twitch has been having some issues. So I was just making sure it wasn't a Twitch issue. You lost the house you were going to buy. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. I completely understand that. That same thing happened to us. But, take it from me, man. Don't worry about it. We lost a house that we really, really wanted. And then we waited like a month, saved up some more money, and we bought a house that was like 10 times better. And it wasn't just because we saved the money, but it was because we waited and found it. So, better houses are on the way, my man. I want to see what these diamond gloves are. Prevent silence. That would have been nice 2 seconds ago.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way.
Yeah, you can concentrate on the wedding now. I promise you, though, a better house will come along.
Conflict resolved.
We thought the house we lost was, like, the best house. And this house, with no exaggeration, is, like, 5 times better. It's bigger, it's nicer, we got a better deal on it. It's in a better location. Like, it's so much better than that house we were looking at. And at the time, we thought that house was just the best thing ever. So, I'm so glad we didn't buy it. I'm so glad that someone came up, like, out of nowhere and bought it. Because if I would have known how happy we were going to be in this house. I mean, it's like no contest. We're so happy in this house. And that house would have been potentially a nightmare. If not, we would have just not been as happy. So,
Conflict resolved.
I really do like these missions, because in a game like this, it's nice just to be able to, like, jump in and fight stuff without having to, you know, deal with other things that Square Enix likes to do in their games now, where it's like, oh, you want to have fun? Well, about that. You're going to need to jump in a car and drive there for 10 minutes. You're going to need to watch this cutscene that means nothing for 5 minutes. You're going to need to collect this item from across the map from an enemy that you kill in 1 hit for like 20 minutes. You're going to need to go to the pub and eat some food and then talk to the guy about accepting the mission, and then accept the mission and then walk to the part where the mission starts.
Conflict resolved.
You're going to have to pay your guild to fast travel. It's nice just to have a goddamn list of things that I can do. And all I have to do is click it and I get the fight stuff. That's all I ask, man. Honestly, that's all I ask with games, is that I just have the ability to just play it without having to deal with garbage crap. I'm so sick of it. Every game I play now, every game that's come out in 2018 that I've played, with the exception of like a couple, like God of War, every freaking game I play, it's like, okay, well, you know, in order to accept this mission, you're gonna need this many wolf pelts, and you're gonna have to go into the forest and grab them. It's like, oh, I just want to play the game. Just let me play the game. Oh, you're gonna have to listen to this tutorial of stuff you already know for like a minute.
Activating combat mode.
I'm just tired of waiting. Every game is freaking waiting. I just don't want to wait anymore.
Conflict resolved.
So sick of the waiting. I don't like, you know, wake up in the morning and take my son to daycare and, you know, do all the things I need to do as a responsible adult and father. And then sit down for my 2 hours of game time at the end of the day and think, man, I'd love to wait right now. I'd love to just sit here and wait. Like, no, I want to play. I'm gonna start trying to, like, stay to the walls so I can avoid combat. Didn't really work that time, though. Like, okay, for example, the other night, I don't know if any of you are Call of Duty Zombies fans. I'm a absolutely ginormous Call of Duty Zombies fan. I have been for years. If you know anything about me, you know I play it like crazy. And 2 days ago, or 3 days ago now, was 115 Day, which is a celebratory day in the Zombies community. And Treyarch announced a bunch of stuff for Zombies, including a brand new game mode and stuff. And I contacted my cousin who I play Zombies with, and I was like, oh my god, this new patch, it's awesome, we gotta do it. And we get all of our stuff done. We get all of our... He had, like, homework to do because he's still in college, and I had some fatherly duties to do. So we get all our stuff done. We're like, alright, we're going to get on at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we're going to be on. We're going to have all night to play. It's going to be awesome. So, like, we get all our stuff done. We're all ready to go. You know, get on. Turn on our PS4s. Frickin' 10 gigabyte update that takes me 20 minutes to download, him an hour to download. So we get to sit there for an hour, just sitting there, waiting for the update. Can't launch the game without the update because Zombies is online automatically. So we just have to sit and wait. And there goes half our night to just waiting for an update of a game we already bought months ago. Feels bad, man. Ow, this thing is starting to do damage. And you know, with PC gaming, it's one thing, but you just don't expect it with console gaming. The amount of times I've been burnt on an update on console, yet I still never expect it. I expect to be able to just pop in my game and play it. I hate that it defaults to the bottom. I hope I don't accidentally save over my save. My new game save. Well, actually, I could save over my new game save, because that's not a big deal. I'll probably... If I ever play new game, I'll do it off of this file now. What's up, Dr. Worm? But yeah, it sucks. I mean, I know I sound like a broken record, but I really do miss the days when I could just pop a cartridge into my NES and it would play. Granted, back then it wouldn't play. I'd have to blow in it and clean it and do a rain dance and pray to the gods of RNG, and then maybe it would work. But like, the days of PS2 gaming were the best days of my gaming life. Seriously, just being able to go to a store... I could go to, like, the bargain bin and pick up any game for $10 and just pop it in my PS2 and have a reasonably good time. There really were not that many just god-awful, holy crap, this game is just broken mess games back then. Less than there are now. I mean, there's several games you could buy for your cutting-edge PS4 console that are just terrible. Just no fun whatsoever. Back in the PS2 days, they had to make the games at least work because they couldn't just patch it. So you at least got a functioning game that you could pop in your system and it would play right away. Now it's like You buy the $100 edition of Fallout 76.
Conflict
You
resolved.
get it home, pop it in. It takes 40 minutes to frickin' download the update. Another 10 to install it. Then you start up the game. You got to go through an hour of tutorials. And then after all that, the game sucks and doesn't work right anyways. And you have to wait for a patch to fix everything. It's awful. It's just the worst experience. And every time I play a game, I am just hoping that that doesn't happen, but there's always a chance that it will. There's always a chance that the game is just going to be an absolute mess. Oh god, dodge that. Okay. Yeah, things are starting to do damage. Oh my god, things are starting to do a lot of damage.
Modulating phase.
Oh, give me Odin. We haven't seen Odin yet. Give me Odin. He looks like an old man.
Power surge.
Alright, I'll take Bahamut. I'm not going to argue about Bahamut. I will never argue about Bahamut. Yeah, you know, I miss the Call of Duty 4 days when, like, Call of Duty 4 was an incredible online experience and they almost never patched it. There was like 2 patches to the game. And it was just a really good online. It wasn't broken. I mean, it was sometimes, but for the most part, it wasn't. They actually created an online multiplayer game that didn't need patches. Now, you can't play Black Ops online without it being patched every single day because someone found a way to break everything. Or they have to, you know, balance the guns because they're garbage. Call of Duty 4, they never had to balance the guns. They were all good. It was balanced. I mean, the M21 was a little broken, but not everyone used it. It wasn't, like, obvious. Okay, well, your first mistake is playing Call of Duty 4 on the Wii. What are you doing? I don't have any sympathy if you're playing it on the Wii, sorry.
Oh yeah!
That's a
Conflict
mistake.
resolved.
I would not put my Call of Duty 4 anywhere near my Wii. That needs to be a quote. I would never put my Call of Duty 4 near my Wii. Oh god, War at War was so broken. Oh, I still remember week 1 picking up War at War, and people were under the map killing everybody. And it was so easy to do. It was like, I didn't even blame them for it because it was so easy to do. I didn't blame them for cheating, I blamed Activision for making such a broken game. Well, actually, that was Treyarch, wasn't it? Back before they were together. Yeah, they, I blamed them for making such a broken game because it was so easy to break. What's up, main battle? Thanks, man. Appreciate that a lot. What's up, Grays? War at War's story was great, but don't play it on veteran. Good lord. That was like the worst experience. I still have nightmares of getting that platinum and playing the game on veteran. I have many stories of that garbage. Basically,
Activating combat mode.
if you've never played War at War, it's just a, you know, first-person shooter, Call of Duty, War at War. The story sent you through World War One, and you were basically like Medal of Honor style. You were one soldier versus every soldier.
Activating combat mode.
And the AI was okay. It usually just hid behind cover and would pop out and shoot you, kind of like, you know, shooters on rails style. And they would sometimes throw grenades at you, and the game would give you a little indicator telling you that there's a grenade near you. But if you were behind cover, you were usually safe from the grenades. It was usually when you'd walk out and be shooting, someone would throw a grenade at your foot, and then you'd have to get behind cover to, you know, protect yourself from the grenade. You know, basic shooter stuff. Well, on Veteran, they, for some reason, program the AI to, if you were behind cover for any more than like 3 seconds, the AI would automatically toss a grenade, and the grenade would automatically land directly on your pocket. So like you had to get out of that cover. I think it was their way of being like, okay, you're not allowed to use cover for too long. But the whole game was based on cover. If you walked out of the cover, you just got destroyed. You were supposed to stay behind the cover and kind of pick your targets. But on Veteran, they just decided, okay, you're not allowed to be behind any cover for more than 3 seconds or else you're getting grenaded. So you were constantly having to move cover or else you just get destroyed by grenades. But anytime you stood up, everyone would just be like, there he is, boom. And it was a nightmare to get through. It was terrible. I still have it. It's on my platinum list. I think I gave it a difficulty of 9.
Activating combat
Because
mode.
it was just a nightmare.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved. Activating
I hate
combat
these open
mode.
fields. I never know where I'm supposed to go.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Got him!
Conflict resolved.
Yeah, I mean, it worked fine on the other difficulties. It was just
Activating
Veteran that
combat
was no good.
Hi. Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
Yeah, Zach can't jump over these fences. He literally, like, jumped over a moving train in the intro scene, but he can't vault over these little
Conflict
fences.
resolved. Activating combat mode.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
Hey, look, a Chocobo farm. You think there's a Chocobo in there? You hiding some Chocobos in there? No, but it looks just like the original. Oh, it even has the house. Dude, this is literally the Chocobo farm. The fence is in the right spot. These have the same looking stables. And there's the house right next to it. That's pretty neat.
Activating
Easter eggs,
combat mode.
boys. It's all about those Chocobo eggs. I mean Easter eggs.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
I'm out of coffee and I'm a little sad about it. One, for want of treasures kept secret. 2, to deliver dreams to our homeland. 3, here she comes. I am the treasure princess. Hear me roar. You're that weird kid I saw in Wutai. Sucker. I could only guess what you were expecting, you pervert. What? Hey now, I'm no sucker, and I'm certainly not a pervert. My name is Zach. So are you lost by chance? You want me to take you home? I'm not lost. I'm here to take your treasure. All of it. In the name of Wutai's restoration. Nar har 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 har. It's okay, kid. You can be honest. You're lost, aren't you? Sniff, I want. Sniff, my treasure. Wah! What just happened? Did I make her cry or something? What did I do wrong? Maybe I should have gone along with her shtick. Who is she, anyway? She's a treasure hunter, dude. Oh, now she's sending me mail? You passed the test, so you're now my ally. And as my ally, you'd better start working. Somewhere in the ravine, there's supposed to be a treasure hidden by Shinra's accounting department. Go dig that sucker up. The boss's orders always stand. And I'm the boss, naturally. You have no right to refuse, right? Got it? Good luck. Wait, the actual ravine, or is this a mission? Like, is that the next mission? Yeah, okay. For a second, I thought I was supposed to do that in the actual game.